You want me and my boyfriend to spend New Year's Eve with you and Gwen.
Yes, so we can finally prove to Gwen that you really do have a boyfriend.
Oh, boy.
What?
I don't think it'll work out.
Well, why not?
I'm not
Teresa,
sure if...
you do have a boyfriend, don't you?
You know, if you want, I could make a list of what each slide is a shot of. That way, you'll know all the best places to go see when you're in Spain.
Yeah. You know, it'd be better to see Spain with a guide.
Yes, it would be.
This is incredible.
Oh, that's Costa de Marbella. I took this picture at the bay at sunset.
Hey.
Hank.
What's up? Look like you got something on your mind, man.
No, I just,
Yeah, I know.
you know.
I know. I just spoke to Sam. He told me about the report they received about Martin heading east.
But yeah, well, we don't know for sure that he's heading that way, but yeah, that seems to be the general consensus.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you were all right and see if I could help.
I appreciate your support, Hank, but I'm fine. I'm dealing with it, you know.
All right. You know, if there's anything you need.
Well, what I need is to find my father and get to the bottom of whatever's going on.
How do you think your mom would take it if you had to arrest your father?
Well, I mean, how do you think she's gonna react?
Yeah, it's a rock and a hard place, huh?
Yeah. What am I gonna do? My hands are tied. There's a warrant out for his arrest. First cop to spot him's gotta bring him in.
See, I think Martin would be nuts to come back here. I mean, not only are the cops after him, but Julian Crane's got it in for him, too. I mean, why would he want to come back here and risk everything like that?
Well, he'd have to be crazy.
You must be completely out of your mind keeping Martin right there in the house. It's insanity. What if Pilar finds him?
Pilar has no reason to go into the basement.
Famous last words.
Father, I assure you, we have nothing to be concerned about. It's under control.
Julian can't keep me locked up in here. Gotta be some way I can escape. What's he doing back so soon? Now what does he want?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
There's a boyfriend? Of course there's a boyfriend. Someone I care about very deeply. Someone I think about all the time.
And you have gone out with them, haven't you?
Yes, we've gone out. It's just difficult. Or more like it's not so cut and dry with him, you know?
No, I don't.
I tend to think more seriously about the relationship than he does.
You know, guys are like that sometimes.
Right, right.
Not always so aware of their feelings.
Not like women, anyway. But it looks like he's ready to get a little more involved.
Well, good.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. He has been on my mind a lot. I'm just not sure if I've been on his as much.
Regardless of all that, you really have to find a way to make this work, Teresa. I mean, I can't tell you how important it is to me that you come to the New Year's Eve celebration at the restaurant.
I know.
And that you bring your boyfriend. Now, it seems silly, I know, but Gwen still believes that you're after me, that I'm the guy you have a crush on. I can't talk her out of it. But if she finally sees you with your real boyfriend,
She won't be jealous anymore.
and most importantly, she'll accept my marriage proposal. Teresa, you're the only one that can help me with this. Will you do it? Will you help me convince Gwen to marry me?
You're crazy, Sheridan. What has gotten into you?
Where'd you get these? Christmas present?
No, just, yeah, somebody knew I'd always wanted to go to Spain, so, yeah, they gave me those as a Christmas present.
Ah, España. Muy bonita.
Looks that way.
You know, everybody should go here at least once.
I'd like to.
But you can't go alone, you know? You gotta take a woman. This is the land of romance, my friend.
Yep. Sure looks like it.
It's incredible, huh?
Yeah. I'll get there someday.
Hey, I just thought of the perfect woman for you to take.
What?
Beth. Yeah, she's adventurous. She's beautiful. I mean, she took Spanish in high school, but I pretty much think she did it to get close to you. But you guys are perfect together. I mean, you can tell.
Well, how can you tell?
You just know when two people are right for each other, you know? Like me and Sheridan.
Yeah, sure. Sheridan.
Yeah, boy, were you ever wrong about us getting together?
What? What do you mean about... Well, what's going on? Are you guys, you're lovers?
No, not yet. I mean, I hope to be, you know, in time. But, you know, I don't want my best buddy, like, disliking the girl that got my heart set on.
Right, well, what about her heart? I mean, you know, what is it set on you?
I don't know. You know, sometimes I think it is, and sometimes I don't know what to think, and... Wait a second, though. You saw her on Christmas Eve at church, didn't you?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, that night when we were together earlier, she didn't mention anything about going to church. So what I'm thinking is that somewhere down along the line, she remembered that I was going to be at the service. And that's why she went to church. She changed her mind, right?
Come on, man. I don't know.
Well, no, come on. You gave her a ride home from the book cafe. I mean, come on. Did she say anything about me on the way home?
No, she didn't mention you.
Really?
Not that I remember.
Of course she didn't mention me. That makes perfect sense.
What are you talking about?
She didn't say anything to you because she didn't want you to tip me off about how she feels about me.
How could you have been so idiotic, Julian?
Father, I will personally see to it that Pilar and Martin never meet. You have my word.
I don't give a damn about your word. All I want is to see this fiasco neatly swept under the rug.
It's taken care of.
I can't believe how thoroughly you botched this up.
I have to go, Father. Someone's coming.
Fix this.
Oh, Julian, good. I wanted to talk to you about New Year's. Pilar and I were discussing...
I was thinking about giving Pilar the week off. Paid, of course.
A week's pay for no work?
Yes, that's right.
Well, that's peculiar.
What's peculiar about it?
It's just unlike you to give anything away for nothing.
Well, you know how I pride myself on my unpredictability.
What's the catch, Julian?
Beg pardon?
The catch, Julian. What's in it for you? I know you. Your middle name is ulterior motive. So, what's the catch?
Aside from not having to defend myself against character assassination, I also reserve the right not to answer you. I want her off for the week, or at least a few days.
Well, it's a total inconvenience. I need Pilar to help me with New Year's. There's no way I can possibly let her off now.
Find a way.
What are you up to, Julian? You're so tense. Your shoulders are up to your ears.
Oh, please.
What are you up to? Obviously, it has something to do with Pilar.
You're way off base, Ivy.
Oh, it's Martin, of course. Why else would you be concerned about Pilar, unless it has something to do with her husband?
I think it's safe to say this conversation is over with.
Speaking of Pilar, have you seen her?
No, I have not.
The last time I saw her, she was headed towards the basement.
This could be my only chance to escape. If I can just...
What are you doing here, Pilar?
Mr. Crane, you startled me. I was returning these tools. The handyman left them upstairs.
Oh, well, I see. Forgive me for frightening you.
It's all right.
You probably have work to do, but I'll take these.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to speak with you since you came back from New Mexico. Have you heard from my husband?
No, not a word.
You don't have any idea where he might be?
Well, frankly, I doubt that you'll ever hear from him again. I think the best thing for you, Pilar, is to forget about Martin and get on with your life. You're still young. You'll marry again.
Never. I will stay faithful to Martin till the day I die.
Well, that's your decision. I prefer it if you would keep clear of the basement for a while. I'm working on some confidential files I have stored down here. You know, I don't want the confusion, people milling about.
I understand.
And could you let the other servants know the basement's off limits for now?
As you wish, Mr. Crane.
So what you're saying is that Sheridan doesn't want to let on that she's interested in you.
Exactly.
Hank, that makes no sense.
Sure it does. We all play games.
Yeah, but Sheridan's not exactly the shy, retiring type. I mean, if she feels a certain way, she's not going to hold back.
Not necessarily. Okay, if Sheridan's interested in a guy, who knows how she deals with it? You know? I mean, if she likes a guy, she might not come right out and say it. I mean, I don't know many people who would do that, do you?
No, you're right. But I also think that you may be jumping to conclusions and assuming that she went to the church because of you.
Okay. I totally don't know if she went to church because of me, okay? But she did say that she was going home for the rest of the night.
Yes?
And she changed her mind.
Yeah?
She knew I was there, you see? It adds up. It adds up. It's not like there's any other man in her life, you know? I mean, she's been back in town a couple months. I mean, who else have you seen her with besides me, huh?
No one.
Right, and that's exactly why the signs point to me. That woman needs a little romance in her life, and hey, I can give it to her, you know? But I've missed too many opportunities in my life, and there is no way I'm going to let Sheridan Crane slip by. No way. From now on, it's an all-out pursuit.
Maybe I left my keys in here.
Sheridan.
Oh, Pilar, I've got great news.
What is it?
The nightmares that I've had as a child about killing someone in here, they're gone.
Oh, Sheridan, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. I know what it's like to live with the past haunting you.
Your husband.
Martin's been weighing so heavily on my mind this Christmas. I can't stop thinking about him.
Understandably. I mean, after Luis went to Santa Fe and found him.
But how can Luis be certain that it was him?
My brother recognized him.
Yes, but he also said that he stole money from the Cranes, and I don't believe that. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe it wasn't Martin in Santa Fe.
I don't know what to say. I'm just as baffled about all this as you are.
You don't have to say anything, Sheridan. I'm just grateful to you for listening to me. You're a very good, caring person, Sheridan. But no matter what anyone tells me, I'll never believe in my husband's guilt.
It's incredible. I will never get over the love that you have for Martin. It's truly inspiring. He sounds like a great man.
He was. I still believe he is.
Tell me about him.
All you have to do is look at Luis. They're exactly alike. Faithful, honest, loving, great men.
Everything I've ever looked for in a man and never found.
Oh, don't worry, Sheridan. You'll find one. There are plenty of men like my husband and Luis. Like Hank Bennett. I don't know if I should say this, but he confided in me that he's very fond of you.
Hank is a good man.
Yes, a woman would be lucky to have him.
Certainly would.
Well, I've got to get back to work. Thank you for understanding.
Don't mention it, Pilar. She's right. Hank is wonderful, but he's not Luis.
Of course I'll help you, Ethan. I will do whatever I can.
Thank you, Teresa.
I want you to be happy. And how else will you be happy unless you're with the right woman?
That's right. Well, then it's settled. We're agreed?
We're agreed.
Right. Now all you have to do is bring that fellow you're dating to the restaurant on New Year's Eve. The rest will take care of itself.
I just hope that...
What?
Well, what if he doesn't ask me out for New Year's Eve? It's not like I can force him.
Well, there's a simple answer to that problem.
What?
Well, give me his number. I'll call him and invite him myself. And the restaurant is throwing the Millennium Celebration in Harmony. Everyone will be there, and those who aren't will want to be there. And what guy wouldn't want to go with you? There's no way he can refuse. So, what's his name and number?
Now, do you realize what you've gotten yourself into by coming here? What if Pilar had seen you? What then, huh? What would you have said to her? How'd you dug yourself out of that one? Shut up! If Pilar had seen you, you know what she'd have done? She'd have called her son, and Luis would have been here like a shot. Because there is a warrant out for your arrest, Martin. You'd be behind bars right now. Luis is looking for you. They're all looking for you. Little do they know that their fugitive is already here.
Listen, Julian, I swear. All you have to do is just let me go. I'll leave town. No one will know that I was here. You'll never see or hear from me again.
If only it were that easy. But you are aware of what an APB is, aren't you, Martin? There's one out on you. The police would spot you before you got away. I can't risk letting you go.
What's going to happen to me?
That's a good question.
Well, I can't stay here. There's no telling what you're going to do to me, and I know what the Cranes are capable of.
You'll leave when I say you'll leave, and not a minute sooner.
No!
I can't actually, I can't give you his number, Ethan.
You can't.
Because it's not necessary.
Well, but...
You are so right. There's no way he'll refuse to come. Like you said, everyone will want to be there, and I know my boyfriend will want to be there too.
Okay. But are you still sure that he's going to come? I mean, it's really important to my future with Gwen that this guy shows up. I mean, if you have any doubts...
None. None at all.
Well, I can still call him.
Oh, no. Trust me, Ethan. Come New Year's Eve, I will be at the Seascape restaurant. Me and the man I love.
Teresa, I knew I could count on you.
And I know I'm ready for a little romance. How about you?
I wouldn't mind getting involved with a woman right now. Problem is, I've just got too much on my plate.
Oh, not this again. Come on, Luis. You know there's enough room for love.
Look, besides holding down a full-time job with the police and looking after the youth center, I've got my father heading out east with an APB out on him. Now, if he turns up, I'm not even going to be able to breathe, let alone fire up some new romance. So speaking of the youth center...
Are you heading over there now?
I got a ton of work to take care of.
All right, well, I'll go with you. I'll give you a hand.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have plans for New Year's Eve?
Well, if you must know, I do have a date.
Oh, well, so there is someone in your life.
That's right. The kid's down at the youth center. Promised him months ago that I'd throw him a millennium party, and I will. You wouldn't believe how excited they were.
You know, when they pass out halos, you're gonna be standing right there in front of the line.
Yeah, thanks, I guess.
Look, Luis, it really is great, all the stuff you do for the kids, okay? I really mean that. But how about doing something for yourself for a change? I mean, don't you want to spend New Year's Eve with a beautiful woman? I mean, there must be somebody you can share the night with.
Ethan, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. I got caught up on something.
No problem. But I have a favor to ask of you.
Name it.
What are you doing New Year's Eve?
Nothing.
Oh, good. Or maybe is that not good?
No, I'm fine with it.
Huh. What would you say to coming to the Seascape restaurant on New Year's Eve?
I don't know, Ethan. I was kind of happy not going anywhere. But if it's important to you...
Oh, it's more than important. It's absolutely vital to me.
Why? What's going on?
Well, I have to clear up some matters with Gwen. And I can't go into details now, but I really need your support. And if everything works out as planned, and it will, Gwen will finally accept my marriage proposal.
Count me in, whatever you need.
Really?
Absolutely. I'll be there. I'll be there with bells on.
You're the greatest, Sheridan.
I try.
Oh, and, you know, bring a date. I don't want you to feel left out on New Year's Eve. Can you get one on such short notice?
Oh, it's kind of late.
Well, you know, I'm sure all you have to do is put out the word and there'll be guys lining up at your door.
Thanks for the overwhelming vote of confidence, Ethan, but I don't think...
Oh, come on, Sheridan. Just think of the guy that you want to be kissing when that clock hits midnight and call him. Oh, there is someone. Who is it?
What am I gonna do, Whitney?
Move to Guam, maybe?
If only Ethan could open up his eyes and see that his future is with me, not with Gwen. That I am the only girl who will ever make him truly happy. We could have such a wonderful life together.
It is not going to happen, Teresa. Not in your life. And it's time that you accepted what is right in front of your face. Ethan loves Gwen. He is going to marry her.
Don't say that, Whitney!
Teresa, it's true. Look, I hate to see you suffering. I really do. But it's time, as my father would say, to just throw in the towel. Call Ethan.
Say what?
Confess.
You are not serious.
Tell him that Gwen was right, okay? Tell him that he's the one that you've had the crush on all along. Just tell him the truth, that there is no other guy.
I can't.
Get it over with, Teresa, and get on with your life. Gwen will immediately accept Ethan's proposal. It's gonna hurt. He's probably gonna want to have nothing to do with you. But it's gonna happen sooner or later. It's better that it happens now than later. Please, just call him. What's better, talking to him on the phone or having to face Ethan and Gwen all alone on New Year's Eve?
So who's the guy who popped into your head?
I'm not sure. I couldn't even make out his face.
Oh, come on, Sheridan. You know exactly who it was. All right, if you're not going to tell me, that's fine. Anyway, doesn't matter who he is. If you like him, chances are he's pretty special.
That's very sweet of you to say.
Ask him out. I can't imagine he'd say no to you. No man in his right mind would turn you down.
Oh, I can think of one guy who would.
I'm sure you're wrong. And there's only one way to find out, is to ask him, right? I have to run. Think about asking him, though, all right?
I will.
Bye.
Bye. I can't believe the first man who came to my mind was Luis.
Look, you know, I said yes to the party because I knew that the kids had nowhere else to go. I mean, nowhere safe.
Well, the bottom line is that you didn't have anything to do on New Year's Eve. So it was either this or the night shift at the station. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, right. So I chose the youth center.
Well, you're a better man than me, Luis.
Well, Beth was nice enough to offer to help me out, so shouldn't be that bad.
Oh, I get it now.
Get what?
You're more sly than you let on to be. It is Beth, isn't it? The old Beth and Luis combo is looking to resurface, eh?
You know, your imagination should be bottled and sold, Hank.
You know, I don't know. I mean, when we were in high school, everybody seemed to think that you and Beth were meant for each other. Will the prophecy fulfill itself?
Bro, get a grip.
Admit it, Luis. Come on. You're just taking a roundabout way of popping the big question to Beth.
Look, that's not gonna happen. I'm not popping the big question to anyone. But believe me, when that right woman comes along, lightning will strike, and I'll know it. But right now, there is only one other person I'm thinking about.
Who's that?
My father.
No, what no? You say that as if you have an option. We've already established that you don't.
No, don't leave me down here. There's no telling who might walk in on me.
You should have thought about that before you came back here. But if you're quiet, and you do exactly as I tell you, when the right time comes, I'll slip you out of Harmony, and no one will be the wiser.
My ticket to freedom.
Mr. Crane,
Yes, Pilar.
may I have a moment of your time?
Of course.
I'll come right to the point. Until recently, the Cranes never said anything to me about Martin being a thief.
Well, it was never an issue.
And everyone assumed that Martin had just abandoned the family. I've always suspected there was more to it, but I've been afraid to investigate, and I encourage Luis not to. I'm a realist, Mr. Crane. I had children to raise and a mortgage to pay. The Cranes have always been good to me.
But you've felt something was amiss.
In the back of my mind, I've always feared that Luis was right. That Martin's disappearance had something to do with the Cranes.
Well, of course it did. Your husband stole money from Crane Industries.
But I don't believe it. Martin Fitzgerald worked very hard. He's not a thief.
Well, people are nothing if not surprising.
He was a God-fearing man, a decent man. I never talk about my suspicions to my children. I don't want to upset them. I want nothing more than for Luis to be at peace with the Cranes. Especially for Ethan and Sheridan's sakes. I love them as if they were my own. And I want them and all my children to get along.
What are you saying, Pilar?
I feel deep down inside that my husband will come home someday. And if it were to come out that you or any of the Crane family had something to do with Martin's disappearance, Luis would explode. Like David brought down Goliath, Luis could bring down the Cranes.
It's a big deal, Sheridan. All he can do is say no. What does it matter? Maybe this isn't the right time.
All right, hold up. I think that's not for one day, all right? But that's an excellent job. I gotta take care of some stuff in the storage closet, all right?
Well, I rewired that overhead light in your office. You want me to do anything else?
Yeah, actually.
This is ridiculous. You're a big girl, Sheridan. Just do it. Oh, what if he laughs at me? What am I saying? Of course he's not gonna laugh at me. Just do it. Oh. Hey, Polly. Have you seen Luis?
Oh, he's fixing something in the storage closet.
Thanks. Listen, I know this is sort of last minute, and you'll probably say no anyway, but something came up, and I was just wondering if you'd like to go out with me New Year's Eve. There, that's it, I said it.
No.
Teresa.
I can't do it, Whitney. I just can't make it.
All right, you know what? Fine. It's your funeral.
Whitney, don't you realize it would kill me if Ethan finds out that I have been lying to him all of this time? He'll never speak to me again.
Well, for a minute there at least, I thought you were actually going to do the right thing for a change. I guess I should have known better.
Why question fate? It's worth the gamble.
Oh, wait, where are you going? Getting your suitcase now?
If only I could find...
Okay, look, it's gonna be okay. You don't have to run away.
Run away? I have got to find the perfect dress to wear to that New Year's Eve party.
You're going?
Of course I'm going.
There's no telling what Julian has planned for me. I'm not gonna wait around for Luis or any other cop to find me.
I really have no idea what you're talking about, Pilar. I've told you everything about Martin that I know, and if you think I'm worried about your son's anger, you're very much mistaken.
I don't know what happened in Santa Fe. I don't know if the man you found there is my husband. I don't know where Martin is or what happened to him. But I do know this. The truth will come out.
Perhaps you should answer that.
Yes.
I think I better make sure my basement guest and Luis never see each other again.
Well, I mean, I completely understand if you already have plans, or if you just don't want to go out with me. But, you know, be straight with me, because, I mean, I thought you'd say no anyway, but I thought, what the heck, give it a try, right?
I'd be honored to go out with you.
What's going on?
Sheridan just asked me out for New Year's Eve.
Gwen! Yeah, I've got great news. We're all set for New Year's. Teresa is coming, and she's bringing her boyfriend. We're gonna clear the air of this once and for all. Oh, and Sheridan said she's gonna make it as well. Well, I knew you'd be happy to hear that. Yes, and she said she's bringing a guy, a mystery man. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Yeah, well, all I hope is that this means we can end 1999 with the announcement of our marriage.
You know what? You have definitely lost it this time. Ugh, the boat has left the harbor.
I know what I am doing, Whitney.
Excuse me? You what? If you knew anything, I mean, if you even had the remotest clue, you would know that you could not go to that New Year's Eve party tonight.
Sure I can. I was wrong to doubt fate. Call Ethan and tell him the truth? No way. Fate has saved me before, and it will save me again.
The only thing that's going to save you, Teresa, is maybe a brain transplant.
Whitney, it will save me. I don't know how, but I know it will. Fate wants Ethan and me to be together. That's all there is to it. Remember what that magazine said? The boy who has his arms around you at midnight is the boy you'll spend the rest of your year with.
The only thing that I'm sure of is that for the rest of the year, you are going to regret what you did. You're headed straight for disaster.